Hello everyone, welcome to Krishna's online lectures. Today I am going to discuss one more topic of engineering mechanics, that is concepts of free body diagram. This is another very important topic of engineering mechanics. So let's start the lesson. So if we define the free body diagram, so free body diagram generally represent the force analysis of any structure or any body which is subjected to number of forces and if it is in equilibrium condition. So free body diagram generally represent the force analysis for a body which is in equilibrium condition. Equilibrium condition, we generally define the condition when any body is subjected to number of forces, and if the body is in rest condition, so it will be in rest condition only. And if the body is moving with uniform velocity, or if the body is having uniform motion, so it will move with same velocity only. So body will be in stable condition after application of forces, or if the body is in motion, so it will be in motion, or it will move with uniform velocity after application of number of forces in different directions. So this is the basic definition of equilibrium, or it generally represents the stability condition of the body. So here, if we consider any body which is subjected to number of forces, so free body diagram only define the force analysis of that body or force analysis of structure. In simple word, we can say the diagram which is free from body. Here, we are not considering shape, size, area and volume of the body. Here, we will only consider the applied external forces, internal forces, self weight of the body and reactions at the point of contact or the end point only. So here in simple word we can say free body diagram is a diagram which represent number of forces applicable on the body, like external force which is changing the position of the body, self weight of the body and the reaction at the end point or ends, as well as at the point of contact of the body with other body. If any body is in contact with other body, so here point of contact is generally represent the reaction. So all support can be wall, it can be floor, it can be hinge or it can be roller support. So for any kind of support, and here all the supports we replace with the help of reaction. So reaction is also considerable as the force applicable on the body. So here these forces, external forces, self weight and reaction at the end point or the point of contact between two bodies represent the free body diagram. Here why it is called free body diagram, because this diagram only representing the forces. It is not at all representing the shape, size, area and volume of the body. So the diagram which is free of body and it is only representing the force, or it is representing the force analysis of body, it is called free body diagram. Now how can we draw the free body diagram? So first point which you need to remember, that whatever bodies we are taking or structure we are considering, if that body is in rest condition or it is in motion or it is having dynamic set of motion, for any condition we can draw the free body diagram. We can draw the free body diagram for a single body if the body is the assembly of number of bodies or number of parts. So we can also draw the free body diagram for assembly, or if we want we can draw or we can divide that free body diagram into number of parts. So here we will disassemble all the parts of the assembly and we will draw the free body diagram for each part of the assembly. So by this way we can draw the free body diagram. So here I have a simple diagram. So I will represent the free body diagram with this simple diagram. So here I am considering one body. So this rectangular surface is representing a body. Let us consider this body as body A and it is resting on a floor. So this floor is stationary And if we want to draw the free body diagram, here I have written FBD. So the short form of the free body diagram is called FBD. So don't confuse in FBD. FBD is representing the free body diagram only. So here we have a body A which is resting on the floor, and if we are applying one force F kilonewton, F kilonewton force we are applying in this particular direction. This arrow is representing the direction of force. Now if we are applying force in this direction, so the body should move in this particular direction only. Now let us consider the body is in equilibrium condition. So body will be in rest condition only. Or if it is moving with particular velocity or with uniform velocity, so it will move with that particular velocity only or with uniform velocity. So we are considering that body is in rest condition only, and here it is subjected to this force F kilonewton. Now if we want to draw the free body diagram, so just for understanding purpose, I am drawing this rectangular surface of the body. Now here, first force which you have to draw here, that is always weight of the body. Here W is representing the weight of the body. So first force which you need to draw while drawing the free body diagram is always weight, and weight is always applicable in vertically downward direction only. So this is the direction of the weight. So weight is always considered as a force only. Now here I told you all the support should be replaced by the reaction. So this particular body is in contact with this stationary surface. So this is a kind of support only. So here we will replace this support with the help of reaction. So reaction we will draw here in vertically upward direction, and it is represented by R. Why we are drawing this reaction in vertically upward direction? Because we want this body in equilibrium condition. So if we are applying weight in vertically downward direction, and if we want this body in stable or equilibrium condition, so this reaction should be applicable in vertically upward direction, and this weight should be equals to reaction. In that condition only, this body will be in equilibrium condition. So this is representing the condition of equilibrium. And now here we have two forces which is not visible. Now we have to draw the visible forces, that is called the external forces. So here I have drawn the external force F. So free body diagram of this particular body or for this particular body will be, if we are considering this point as point O, so the free body diagram will represent W in vertically downward direction, reaction R in vertically upward direction, and this force F in this particular direction. So here W will be equals to R, and here the body is not in motion. So this particular F will be equals to 0. Or whatever magnitude we are considering, if we are considering the magnitude of force is 10 kilonewton, and if the body is not in moving condition, so the body will be in equilibrium. So all the forces which is applicable in particular direction or summation of all the forces applicable in particular direction should be 0. So by this way we can define the free body diagram as well as the equilibrium condition. Here I will discuss some more examples so you will better understand the concept of free body diagram. Now let us see another diagram. So here I am taking assembly of body. So here we have one block A which is resting on a stationary floor, and it is subjected to one force F in this particular direction. And here this block A is also having one sphere. The sphere is resting on this particular block. So here, how can we draw the free body diagram for this particular assembly? So first, if we draw the free body diagram, as I told you, we can draw the free body diagram for a single body as well as for the combination of body or for the assembly also. So if we want to draw the free body diagram for this particular diagram, so first we will draw the free body diagram for the sphere. So for your understanding purpose, I am drawing the shape of the sphere. So here we have the circle. So here there is no other forces acting on the particular sphere. So first force which we need to draw here, that is always weight. So if we are considering sphere, and for abbreviation we are considering S for the sphere, so weight of the sphere is represented by Ws, and it is in contact with this particular block or rectangular surface or rectangular object. So this particular contact we will replace with the help of reaction. So reaction is always applicable in vertically upward direction, and it will be equivalent to weight of the object. So here reaction will be Rs and weight will be Ws. Now if we want to draw the free body diagram for this particular object, so first we will draw the rectangular surface for the understanding purpose. Now here, if we want to draw the free body diagram, so first force should be weight of the object, and here we have reaction Ra and another force F. Now what is the difference between this diagram and this diagram? See, this is the same free body diagram which we have drawn for this particular condition, but it is the assembly. So here, for weight of this A block, here we'll make some changes. It is the summation of Wa plus Ws, and the reaction will be same because this is the contact point. So here reaction will be Ra for this particular point, and for this particular point another reaction we will consider also Rs. So here we have the free body diagram for this particular condition. Now, as I told you, the body should be subjected to external forces, internal forces, and the support should be replaced by the reaction. So first you need to know about the concept of internal forces and the external forces. So first I will discuss about the internal force. What is internal force? So if you know the idea of force of cohesion and force of adhesion. So force of cohesion we generally define the force between the internal molecules of any particular object. So as we know, body we generally define as the assembly of number of particles. So particle combined with each other, or particle or each and every particle are in contact with each other, and it is forming a particular body. So within the particle of the body we consider force of cohesion, and force of adhesion we generally consider between two bodies, or the bodies, or two different materials of the bodies. Force of cohesion we generally define for number of particles present between or present inside the body. So between these two particles we generally consider force of cohesion. But if we define the force of adhesion, so the force between this particular body and this particular body, which is holding these two bodies together, is called the force of adhesion. So force of cohesion we define the force which is keeping two particles attract, or which is holding two particles together to form a particular body, that is force of cohesion. And Force of adhesion, which is holding two bodies together. So internal forces we can define in both condition. Forces which is holding all the internal particle of the body, and the body is in rigid condition only, or it helps to resist the deformation. That is also considered as the internal forces. And if two bodies are in contact, so for more than one bodies, internal forces helps to hold the bodies together. So by this way we can define the internal force. Apart from that, if we want to define the external force, so the force applied on the body externally or from outside. So here this is the diagram which is representing the external force. So here we are considering this square surface as a body, and if this body is subjected to number of forces from the outside which is changing the position of the body if the body is not in equilibrium condition. If it is in equilibrium condition, so we will consider the effect of forces, but the body will not change its original position. So force applied on the body externally from outside is called the external force. And this external force we can define as a single force, in the form of multiple force, or in the form of couple also. So here this is one of the example of external force. If we are considering forces from all the direction, in x direction, in y direction, in z direction, or in whatever direction, or in the form of couple also, so this particular force is representing the external force. Here, this example I already defined. This particular sphere is resting on the surface, or it is resting on this particular stationary flow, and this is the center point of the sphere. So if we want to define the free body diagram for this particular condition, so there is no other external force applicable. Here, weight of the object is acting in downward direction, and against the weight we will consider reaction. If any other force which is acting on the body from external source, so that is considered as the external force on the body. So this is the concept of internal and external forces on the body. Now let's see some more examples so you will better understand the concept of free body diagram. Here we are considering one sphere. So let us consider this circle which is representing the sphere, and here one string we are considering. So this string is a stretchable string. So one end of the string is attached with the sphere at point B, and another end of this particular string is attached with the wall. So here this string, two ends are attached. One end is attached with the sphere and another end is attached with the wall, and wall is stationary. This wall is stationary, and this sphere is resting on the ball at point C. So this is the diagram, and for this diagram we have to draw the free body diagram. This is the body which is subjected to number of forces. It is supported with another bodies. So if we want to draw the free body diagram, so just for understanding purpose, draw the diagram of main body. So sphere we have as a main body. Now, as I told you, here point B let us consider as the center of the sphere. So first mark point B, because weight is always pass through the center and it will act in vertically downward direction. So from this center, just draw a vertical line, and that vertically downward arrow represent the weight of the object or weight of the body. So W or weight we will always mark in vertically downward direction. So this is the first force. Now second force, here we will draw at the point of contact. So point C is the point of contact, and all support we generally replace with the reaction. So this particular reaction we will draw in inward direction here. So RC is representing the reaction at the support. Now here we are considering AB as the string, and string is a stretchable material. So we will consider, because of the weight of the object, we will consider some tension in the string. So tension we will consider in upward direction, and it depends, this particular force we will consider on the string, so it will applicable as per the position of the string only. So tension we will define in upward direction, and it will be along the length or along the string only. So here we have the free body diagram for this particular condition as RC, W and tension T. So this is the free body diagram for this particular condition or for this particular object. Next diagram, here we are considering one sphere which is resting on a V groove. So there is no external force applicable on this particular sphere. Only this sphere is in contact with the wall of the groove at point A and B. Now, if we want to draw the free body diagram for this particular object, so simply you have to mark the center of the sphere. This O is representing the center of the sphere, and this circle is generally representing the sphere. So I am just marking this circle for your understanding purpose. Now, first force we should draw to draw the free body diagram is always weight of the object, and weight is always considered in vertically downward direction. So for sphere it will act in this particular direction. So W is representing the weight of the object. Second, we have to mark the reactions at the support. So at point A and at point B, and reaction will be perpendicular to the surface only. Here, this is the surface which is in contact with this particular sphere. So reaction will be perpendicular to the surface only. So this should be the position of reaction RB. Similarly, at point A, here this is the surface. So reaction RA will be perpendicular to this particular surface. So RA will be in this particular position. So here we have only support point and the weight of the object. We are not considering any external force. Here, if there is an external force in this particular direction or in this particular direction or in vertically downward direction, so we will mark or we will draw the position of forces accordingly. But here we are not considering any external force. So this particular free body diagram will have only reaction at point A and B and the weight of the object. So this is simple example of the free body diagram. I hope you understand the concept of free body diagram. In next lesson, I will discuss some numerical which is related to free body diagram, so you will better understand the concepts. Thank you for watching this lesson. You can rate, review and share this lesson with your friends and your known people. And if you want more lessons related to mechanical engineering, please subscribe the channel.